Wake up. The U.S. economy is a scam, and Black America is the main target. Look around. The cost of everything, housing, food, healthcare, even basic necessities, is rising so fast that working people can barely keep up. Let's be real, this isn't an accident. It's a system designed to bleed us dry, especially Black people. While politicians and corporations distract us with excuses about inflation and market forces, the reality is that we are being scammed. The US economy is nothing more than a modern plantation. We are the labor force being worked to exhaustion while the wealthy sit back and collect profits. Read between the lines. This system is not broken. It's working as intended. Let's break it down. Housing. Rent has doubled or even tripled in major cities and banks. And banks won't approve Black people for home loans at the same rates as white buyers, still today, even when we have the same income. Why? Because they want us paying rent forever, never owning anything, never building generational wealth. They want us financially trapped. Jobs and wages? We work longer hours for less money. The minimum wage hasn't risen in over a decade, while everything else has gotten more expensive. Meanwhile, CEOs are making record profits. Your struggle to survive is their business model. Healthcare. In almost every other country, healthcare is a basic human right. But here in America, if you get sick, you're hit with a bill that could destroy your entire financial future. Black mothers are dying in childbirth at 3 times the rate white women are. Our elders can't afford their medication. They profit from our pain. Food necessities. Grocery prices are up 30% in just a few years. But while we struggle to buy food, corporations are posting record profits. The U.S. has food deserts. Black communities where fresh food is intentionally kept scarce, forcing us to buy overpriced junk that destroys our health. They want us sick, broke, and dependent. Debt trap. They push student loans, credit cards, and car loans on us, knowing full well that we'll spend decades trying to pay them off. Meanwhile, the rich take out business loans and use them to make more money. Debt is the new slavery. So why is it different in other countries? The U.S. tells us that's just how the economy works, but when you look at other places, you realize that's a lie. In Canada and most of Europe, healthcare is free. In Ghana and Rwanda, land is affordable, and Black people can start businesses without insane taxes and hidden fees. In the Caribbean, people aren't drowning in credit card debt just to pay for groceries. In Mexico and Thailand, people making way less than us in the U.S. live in nice homes, eat good food, and aren't working themselves to death just to pay rent. If other countries can provide basic needs to their people without making them go broke, why is the U.S. the only place where everything is a struggle? Because here, suffering is profitable. What can we do about it? Stop feeding the system. Support Black businesses, of course, especially those focused on food, housing, and financial independence. Those are really important. Stop buying from companies that actively exploit us. Research where your money is going. Pull your money out of predatory banks and look into Black-owned credit unions and investment funds. 2, start looking at global options. There are places where Black people are thriving without being financially strangled. Many African and Caribbean nations have programs to welcome Black Americans home. Research places with affordable housing, strong economies, and real business opportunities. 3, demand change and build alternatives. The system won't fix itself. We need policies that regulate rent, stop corporate price gouging, and make healthcare a right. We must push back against predatory capitalism and support candidates who actually fight for economic justice. We need community land buying programs, alternative schools, and cooperative economic models that let us own our resources. Final warning, if we don't act now, it's only going to get worse. The reality is harsh. The U.S. is becoming unlivable for working class people, and Black people are always hit first and hardest. If we don't start planning our exit, strategies, whether that means economic independence or physically relocating, we will be trapped in a system that was never meant to let us win. Vision to action is not about waiting for things to change. It's about taking back control. The U.S. economy is a trap, but we have options. The only question is, what are we going to do about it?